the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two type of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki is not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad either now for the Bulls, even though he's not the greatest of those players, but he's a good leader.
Yeah, but LeBron does both.
What kind of a leader were you, Shaq?
I was vocal. I used to get in people's rack, Ernie.
Did you?
Mess around if you want to. Tear the locker room up.
What would you do if you had a guy like Kenny on your team?
I wouldn't do anything for Kenny because Kenny would make me look good because I know for a fact if I kick it out to Kenny, he's going to knock it down.
And you know, I would be the first thing I would say, if we don't get it to Shaq, I'm slapping someone.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
He just scared me.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Freak is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Wade drives in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Miami on defense, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own head, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
And as always, Doris, thank you. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Can't hit, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Freak sets a screen for Irving. There's the pass to Freak. Another 3 for Cleveland. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Dragic. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Here's Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 11 points for Freak.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Bosch with another miss. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Pass to James. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Freak. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 13 points for Freak.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And another 3 for Cleveland.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And here's Dragic following the 3-pointer by Freak to stop the run. The shot is off. LeBron with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Freak sets a screen for James. They set the pick. And Love has it in the corner. The 3. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. On the wing, Dang. Whiteside, the pass to Dragic. Dishes it to Whiteside. Outside, Dang. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wade. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
James kicks to Love. And on the way from Irving for 3. Good!
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
A moment now to see the numbers for Wade. Putting up about 18 points per, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you look at his... He makes his presence felt on every possession.
And you know what I like about it, Greg, is he gets great position, then uses those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out of there.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Stoudemire wide open. And the shot no good, a bit short. Cleveland leading by 10. Smith dishes to Dellavedova. There's the pick. Off the screen. Rebound by the Heat.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Passes it to Winslow. 1:11 left to play here in the first. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Smith the pass to Freak. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 19 points for Freak.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
From deep, Richardson, and that one's good. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
And the shot is good. That's now 22 points for Freak.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Richardson, trains it to 9 feet away. Richardson's got 5.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
They set the pick. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his first bucket in this one.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Cavaliers lead by 11. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Richardson in at the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
Move the ball.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. Irving attacking. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Looks for Bosh, gets it to him. Puts up the baby hook. Bosh can't get that one to fall. Cleveland leading by 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He had 23 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
The wide open look here for Bosch. Bosch with another miss.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Dang. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Cavaliers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Irving with a clean look. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 10 points.
Boy, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Right side, good.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Irving drives in, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That's good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
He's got his fourth free throw of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. That's good from Irving. The Heat trail by 16. Outside Dragic. Bosch, a screen on Irving. Dragic dishes to Bosch. Winslow with it. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Now here's James, guarded closely. Love goes in. Shot is no good. Bosch with some nice D. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Stoudemire kicks to Wade. No good on the triple.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
A nice shot by Irving.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here's Wade. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Just 2 to shoot. There's Dragic with the 3. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
The dish to Stoudemire. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Bosch kicks to Wade. Bosch, that's the pick for Wade. Back to Bosch. Goes up the baseline. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Bosch has got 10 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Irving against Dragic. Wade outside. And that one hits back iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Irving kicks to Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists tonight. Dragic against Irving. Bosch, a screen on Irving. Dragic the pass to Winslow. The three-pointer off the mark. Now Cleveland moving it up. Irving can't hit. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cleveland ahead as they end the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach, with this type of ball game, what needs to happen in order for you to pull out a win tonight?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
Coach, thank you so much. Guys, handling both adversity and prosperity, so crucial.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. We've been strong on D, and it's a huge key to where we're at right now. Our defense leads to offense, and that sort of energy is what's getting it done. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning. Good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Freak. 22 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Thompson in at the 5 roaming the paint. Dragic kicks to Bosch. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And that's 12 points for Chris Bosch.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And he gets the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Bosch with another miss. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. And he gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Bosch has got 14.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
James against Dang.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
James outside. Back to Love. Fires it up. Another miss by Love. The Heat trail by 18. Outside Dragic. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Whiteside dishes to Dang. Irving against Dragic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fires from 14, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now Dragic Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Cavaliers, number 1.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
And the Heat with some changes. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh, and it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Then for the Cavaliers, Anderson, he's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for James, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Layup off the pick. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Luol Deng.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Cavaliers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Outside Dragic. Back to Richardson. Johnson against Thompson. Johnson can't hit.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And a wide open look for Freak. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 26 points for Freak. The Heat trail by 20. Whiteside a screen. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Deng can't get it to go. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Out to Shumpert, goes back up, and that one's good.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
It's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Johnson the screen. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Feeds it to Johnson. And the shot is good.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Cleveland leading by 20. Here's Dellavedova. Pass to Anderson, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
at the stats for Goran Dragic. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. Richardson kicks to Johnson. The 8-footer, and he gets it to go. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher, he needs more than one guy to defend him.
Freak, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists now tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Johnson sets the screen for Dragic. Kicks it to Johnson. Stoudemire, right side. The rebound by Anderson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Johnson in the corner. The runner can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And that one's good. Freak.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Richardson kicks to Dragic. The feed to Stoudemire. He dishes it to Winslow. Now the pass to Johnson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Johnson's got 6 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here's Dellavedova. There's a screen. To the inside, out to Smith. Lets it go with the 3. Can't get it to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers ahead as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Well, Cleveland shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. They've got Johnson. Hickson is out there with Josh McRoberts. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Weber in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Free throw, good from Fry. And both free throws good for Fry.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed, have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Dellavedova. 6 to shoot. Inside. Out to Shumpert. Uncovered. Offensive rebound. Anderson. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Johnson dishes to Hickson, and it's Miami with another.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Move the ball.
Dellavedova, the pass to Anderson. And yes, sir, that one drops.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Martin's checked in for Channing Frye.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw, good, Anderson. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Weber kicks to Johnson. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Anderson right side. Here's the screen. And it's Shumpert penetrating. No dice from 9 feet out. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Temple gets the bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Dellavedova. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. The shot is off, and it's Miami the other way. Johnson dishes to Weber. He feeds it to Temple. Johnson outside. Takes the 3. Again, Johnson missing. Cleveland controlling the game. In the corner, it's Martin. Banked in off the glass.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Johnson outside. Weber a screen. Pass to Temple. There's the 3. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Dellavedova. There's the screen. Shoots from 14, and he hits the jump shot.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Weber the pass to McRoberts. Shumpert against Johnson. And Johnson missing again.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Here's Dellavedova. Anderson a screen on Weber. Here's Dellavedova, and J.J. Hickson pulls it down. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Temple kicks to Weber. Hickson a screen on Shumpert. Johnson in the corner. All alone. And that one's good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-sync. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. Poor Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Dellavedova dishes to Shumpert. They set the pick. Dives for it. Miami grabs the miss. Poked loose. Here's Dellavedova. Shot clock at 6. Shumpert in the corner. Unloads. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And they're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team, a lot of people who can score, and hopefully we can just keep building on it.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had an outstanding 3rd quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the 2nd half.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.